all of your equipment in play because things are changing in real time, you can't respond. You can't react. If you arrest someone and the wagons aren't there, what are you going to do with them? You have to think all of those things through, and that's what the officers are doing in real time on the street.
You know, on the outside, you're taking a lot of heat. I know you're aware of that. To those who would suggest that you screwed this up, what would you say?
People have a right to their opinion.
And those questions continue today. Rod Wheeler, former D.C. homicide detective and a Fox News contributor. You heard what she told me last night.
Right.
What do you think of that explanation,
It's a bunch
Rod?
of semantics, Bill. That's exactly what this is. Look, I was out there Monday during the riots, and I can tell you I literally saw the police officers retreating, running away from these rioters, as the rioters were actually throwing bottles and rocks and chairs and everything at them. That is not police procedure. The only reason, and I spoke with other officers yesterday, as a matter of fact, we all had the same idea. The only reason the officers did not take more action is because they were told not to do it. And it wasn't just in one part of the city. This was happening all over the city. So there had to be an order that came down from the mayor's office.
But if you think about the strategy on behalf of the city, don't go in with a heavy hand. Clearly an allusion to Ferguson, Missouri. What's wrong with that?
Well, it's totally wrong, because what they're saying, in essence, is what the mayor said initially on Saturday when she said we're going to allow these people to destroy their communities if they want to. That's what she said in so many words. That's what happened on Monday when the police did not take action. It reminds me of what happened down in Ferguson when Governor Jay Nixon did the exact same thing. Remember, he told the officers to stand down. He denied he said that initially, but then after the fact, we learned he did, in fact, tell them he didn't want them to respond that way. So it's the same thing. I think the politicians are playing a semantic game here, and I think it's unfortunate for the citizens of this city.
Night one went well, only 10 arrests.
That's right.
Do you expect it to stay that way?
I think it's going to stay that way for a few days. What I'm really concerned about is when the National Guard leaves, because now we're back to normal, so to speak. Whether or not the Baltimore Police Department can handle the uprising, and there's going to be some more uprising once the National Guard leaves.
But the Guard's still here. What's the plan for them to leave?
Well, I think they're going to probably leave within the next couple of weeks. I mean, once things kind of simmer down, they're going to pull those guys out of here. They're not going to stay here. And then it's going to be up to the Baltimore Police Department to make sure that calm remains.
Got it, Rod. Great to be with you. Thank you very much
Good
for that.
seeing you
Two
too,
other
Bill.
notes here quickly. On Friday, we're going to get the police report on the death of Freddie.